Hey, fellas. So now we're on to our second topic for the evening. We will be talking about the draft. Gonna do a little recap, give y'all our thoughts and opinions on the totality of everybody's draft. So with that being said, um, I'll go ahead and pop it off. So fellas, y'all want to go team by team?
Yeah, we can just go down the list of teams.
All
So you
right.
start
So
with
I'm
pick
gonna
a
start with
division.
Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm going alphabetical order, so
Oh,
I can give my take, and y'all can give y'all take if y'all want,
okay.
and then just keep going from there. So Arizona Cardinals, I gave them a B. Um, the reason why I felt like, I mean, obviously they didn't get the cornerback that I thought they needed the most. They were able to get a pass rusher slash, minimal. He can. He's kind of interchangeable, but he's more so a outside linebacker, pass rusher that can go opposite of Chandler Jones. Um, but I definitely felt like cornerback was like a bigger issue. I didn't feel like they got a cornerback that I felt would be uh, would be warranted for a grade, but they still did a good job. But that's just my opinion. Spence.
Um, I'm gonna give it a B. It's just that I have a very weird feeling about Xavier Collins. I mean, it took a while to get the defense of the Cardinals. I'm sorry. It kind of, especially the linebackers, it's kind of shaky there. It took a minute for or Redrick to get it going to like, oh man, he's actually coming, like he's coming out. So hopefully with Xavier Collins, it will work out for that. I mean with Rondell Moore though, I mean the wide receiving core just opened up a little bit more.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, so I just
See,
feel
see,
like
that's one I don't understand that. It wasn't
What?
that wasn't needed.
Yeah,
You
it
got
no,
wasn't a
you
big
got
need.
Andy Isabella. You just brought in AJ Green.
Yep.
Like, I
you
mean,
still got
it's cool. Like that's an extra weapon. You can never have, I guess, too many weapons. But it's just like
Yeah.
it's not enough balls to go around.
Hmm.
I guess I guess in their defense, I guess they feel like, hey, if I get AJ Green and I can't get a healthy AJ Green, I don't want to be stuck. I guess I believe, but once again, I give it B. I like the picks they have, but it's just that the Xavier Collins. I'm not saying him as a player is wrong. I just want to see the defensive scheme will be right for him.
And just a little side note, Xavier Collins did when he got called for the selection by the team owner. He basically was saying that we're gonna win a Super Bowl, and he's gonna have like one of them. We're gonna get a ring so big that it's gonna jump. It's not gonna be able to jump over how big that ring's gonna be. Super Bowl ring that he was referring to. But Trey.
Love the confidence.
Hey, hey,
Love the
kid,
confidence.
you gonna learn. You gonna learn real soon in this league. But
Love the confidence.
Love it.
I give them a solid C.
Hmm. Okay.
Like I wasn't. I seen a lot of people gave him like a higher grade, but I mean I wasn't. How many of these people are gonna come in and make a difference right now? So like Rondell Moore, is he even maybe some special team stuff? But you got AJ Green. Well, you got D Hop. Let's not even disrespect D Hop.
Yeah.
You got D
Yeah.
Hop. You got
Hey,
Andy Isabella. There's another receiver
Kurt.
I'm missing.
Kurt.
Kurt.
Christian
Yeah.
Kirk.
Christian Kirk. Yep.
So yeah, D Hop, Christian Kirk, Green or Isabella, however you want to put it, and then you probably would go Rondell Moore. So it's just like, how big of impact is that going to be? Obviously, Taven, I can see him coming in right now making contributions. Marco Wilson, who they got in the fourth, like the pick,
Hmm.
but I know Peterson left, but is he going to really come in and start right away? Probably not.
I don't know. Other than Malcolm Butler, maybe.
Possibly, but I don't know how confident you are. Out of all the corners that came out that I would consider that you're going to start as a rookie. I didn't have Marco Wilson on that list personally,
Understand.
but
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Then they took another corner in the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Tay Gowan from UCF, a safety James Wiggins in the 7th. Like they went all defense, which I like. I like that's their strong point. You want to build on the defense, that's good. But again, my just whole thing is how I'm looking at it is how many of these guys are going to come in and contribute off the rip.
Mm.
That's why I personally gave him a C. Not saying
Okay.
that these players can't end up making a big impact for them in the future,
Mm-hmm.
but for 2021 right now, week 1, how many of these guys are even gonna start?
I got you.
Yeah.
Or see significant snaps to make a difference.
And the running back room too. That's also something that I took in consideration. But I guess they may believe in the running backs they got. I know they got your boy, your favorite running back of all time, James Conner.
Yeah.
So
hey, when
we'll
you see
see
me again, fight me. That's all.
Hey, these hands ready.
That's all. Because you're being funny.
These hands are out for delivery. So whenever you're ready. All right. So I need to help me out just a little bit because I graded these teams. Some of them I didn't write the names down, but Atlanta Falcons, they're the next team. Could you list the players from the first round?
Gotcha.
Obviously, because I got some teams, but I got the ones that
No, okay. I got you. Atlanta Falcons. Kyle Pitts was number 1, followed by Richie Grant from UCF, safety.
Yep.
In the second round.
Yeah.
They followed that up with offensive tackle Jalen Mayfield. 4th round, they went Darren Hall from San Diego State, the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Dahlman from Stanford with their 2nd pick in the 4th, the center. Defensive tackle Taquan Graham from Texas in the 5th. Adetokunbo with DJ. Defensive end from Notre Dame. Hey, leave me alone, Spence.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to help you. I have to say position in college. I was like, I can't get that.
Avery Williams, not Avery Williamson, the middle linebacker, but Avery Williams, cornerback from Boise State. And then Frank Darby, wide receiver from Arizona State in the 6th. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of their picks went to defense.
Mm-hmm.
Then 1, 2, 3, 4, which the big one is Kyle Pitts, went to offense.
All right, so I already have my grade. Atlanta Falcons, I gave them a B. Now, as you stated, Trey, 5 defensive players, a lot of analysts and a lot of people just around the football world thought personally they should have gone defense, but again, top 5 in the draft, you'd probably most likely have to trade back, accumulate picks, which that would have been the route that I would have taken, but can't fault them. Kyle Pitts, generational type of player.
He different.
He's different. So I mean, it's worth it. I mean, obviously the whole speculation with Julio potentially being traded away.
Keep them both.
Yeah, I mean, I would keep him personally, but the top rounds, if they would have drafted some defensive players, like say in the 2nd round, actually they got Richie Grant, which I love.
Yeah, that's
pick.
actually a good pick too.
So that's definitely, gives the B. Obviously the tight end in the 1st round, Kyle Pitts, I love it. Didn't think that was a need that they really, I didn't think that was a need. But overall, B, just because, I felt like they could have gotten better value, better players to help solidify that defense, which is the main reason why they had a lot of comebacks, but also the offense too. So yeah, that's my grade. Spence.
I'm gonna give him a B minus. Should be a C plus, but I'm giving B minus because the Kyle Pitts and Richie Grant pick. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, he's a generational talent. He's different. He's a unicorn. All that jazz. I get it. That wasn't your problem. Your defense was the problem. I get it. You can't pass this opportunity, especially since y'all not picking up the fifth option with Hurts.
Hurst.
Yeah.
So,
Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst. Yeah. So I definitely get it.
Former.
Cuckoo.
Anyway,
Baltimore Ravens.
Anyways, that got weird.
Bird game.
But all that, they focus on defense and everything about it. I know it was a sexy pick that you really didn't need to be. You could have traded back, get what you really need on defense, and just work out from there because your offense is fine. Sure, the Julio speculation is going up, but if Julio stayed, your offense was fine. It was just your defense was just not stopping other teams from that. So, but
hey, they said the best defense is a great offense. If we can score 50 points a game, we don't need a defense.
But what if the other team scored 50 points a game? Then what's the whole point?
Then we're scoring 55.
That's too much. Anyways, so I'm giving it a B minus.
It's never too much.
Okay.
Trust me, and man, I'd be trying to run it up on him. I don't let him live. Yeah.
All right, Trey.
I'm gonna say the same, B minus. First two, I think they hit the first two picks out of the park. Whether, like you said, they didn't really need Kyle Pitts, but hey, if you're picking that high, you couldn't find a trade partner for whatever reason to move down, and you got to keep that pick. I'm taking the best available, and he was the best available. He probably one of the best players in the whole draft, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah,
you can say it wasn't necessarily a need, but talent is talent.
Right.
Him, Julio, Calvin Ridley,
right.
Along with Matt Ryan, that is going to be crazy. I was going to say Todd Gurley, but he's actually a free agent still. I actually just kind of found that out today. I know Mike Davis is over there, but yeah. Nonetheless, and then like we said, Richie Grant, great pickup. I like that. The rest of the draft, it kind of gets like, but I mean, we'll see how those players end up, turning out. But
yeah,
it is what it is. But yeah, I say B minus overall. Defense still might be an issue for them going into this year, but hey.
All right, so wrapping up the Falcons. So next team is up is the Baltimore Ravens. Trey.
Trey, what?
You can name those players for our lovely fans.
Some guy that's gonna be a bust. Let's see. All right, so no, they had 2 first-round picks because of the trade that they got raped on from the Chiefs. But they took Rashad Bateman from Minnesota.
Yes, sir.
Good pick. Unfortunately. Then at 31, their second first round pick, Adofe Uwe from Penn State, outside linebacker.
It's pretty good.
It's just on the screen. Trust me. I was
I'm just saying, I thought you just said Jason.
Yeah, I would have said Jason if it wasn't on the screen.
Yeah.
Didn't have a second round pick because y'all sent that to the Chiefs, which we'll talk about soon, dummies. But anyway, they took Ben Cleveland, offensive guard from Georgia.
Yeah.
Followed by Brandon Stevens from SMU, corner.
I see you, boy. I see you.
They got another receiver who's kind of underrated. I actually like him. Tylan Wallace from Oklahoma State, the wide receiver.
Level up, level up.
Then they came back and went Sean Wade in the 5th cornerback, Ohio State.
Steal.
Yeah, that was pretty good pick, not gonna lie. 5th round, Dalen Hayes from Notre Dame, defensive end. And then the fullback, Ben Mason from Michigan.
All right. So, with that being said, the trade that Trey mentioned, that brought my grade down just because I felt like they could have
in the second, dude,
kept
who knows
that.
who y'all could have got?
Yo,
Could have kept that. So
Yeah,
originally, I was gonna give the Baltimore Ravens a B plus, but with that, just a flat B. Just because they could have gotten more value out of this draft, but it is what it is. So obviously the 2 first round picks, love them. Adolfo away, he's going to be more of, he just needs some coaching, but he'll be good. He's a good edge setter. He just needs to work on his pass rushing moves because he tends to rely on his power move and the spin. I mean, not the spin, the speed room, the speed rush. But I'm sure they're going to coach him up on that and get his technique and all that stuff.
Yeah, because at this level, son, these guys are strong too. So like he's probably used to being stronger than the people he's facing and just, power right over him. That ain't gonna work at this level. Not all the time.
So he's got to put some moves in his arsenal, but I think he'll be just fine. He has the potential. He has a high motor, so that would be fine. Ben Cleveland, love the pick. He is the definition of a Raven. Nasty, comes off the ball.
Yeah, nasty.
Yeah, you know.
Y'all are nasty. Oh, you talk about different type of nasty. Oh, yeah. You meant it as a compliment. I didn't.
Yeah, see. Yeah. Typical Pittsburgh Steelers fan. But then we got Tylan Wallace, which I absolutely loved. The fact that we got him. It's going to create more competition for the receiver room, which we need. And I mean, I'm just excited to see what this Ravens offense is going to look like, especially with the 2 hirings of the
Spence, I got you.
Passing game coordinator. But
what's the point of having soldiers if you don't use them?
There it is. There it is.
I love. I think the 5th round pick, Dalen Hayes, outside linebacker, DN.
Yeah.
He grew up a Ravens fan, so the fact that you get drafted by the team that you love, oh man, it's got to go hard. So we'll see.
You're born
we'll
to
see.
fans.
But with that being said, again, just a flat B. Just a flat B. Spence, we'll go to you. Trey, we're skipping you on this one. All right.
It's all right. Once again, I'm gonna give it a solid B on this one. Yeah, the Bateman was a very good pick, and of course, what is it? Adolfo Uwe.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You got it. Say it with your chest.
Moving on. It was a good pick, especially for the defense. Of course, with players that left, it was good to fill in slots and everything. You get that Wallace, the Wallace pick, that was a steal. That was a really good pick. I actually seen him play, so that was a really good play. But hey, Trey, can you say it one more time for the people in the back for you, please?
What's the point of having soldiers if you don't use them?
Okay, so
top 15 this year.
Cool
Telling you.
Listen, I get it. It's cool to have all these wide receiver competitions.
We made a bet on the air last week, so it's cool.
It's cool that we have all these wide receiver competitions, but why are we having a competition when you know your tight end will always be number one? Just saying. Number 15 though. Number 15 passing though. Number 15 passing.
Yeah, all the way from 32. Yeah, right. Anyways, though, I'm in agreement with y'all. B, as much as it pains me,
I know.
Baltimore had a good draft for what it's worth. They found some good value with some of those draft picks. Some of those, I think they hit on the first two picks. Obviously, they knocked them out the park. And then, despite not having that second pick, because you guys are dumb, but nonetheless, besides not having that second round pick, you still found value in the third with the offensive guard that you mentioned. And then you followed that up with Wallace and what was the corner? You all got a corner I like.
Oh, Sean Wade. I forgot about.
Yeah, Sean
mentioning
Wade
him.
too in the fifth.
Still.
So
Slot corner.
yeah, I think y'all pretty much found great value just about every round. So yeah, solid B. Now I might actually give it a B plus. I'm not biased like you because you're hurt because they traded the second pick, but for what they had to work with, yeah, they did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Potentially the lineup of Lamar Jackson, Rashad Bateman, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Sammy Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
That could be,
if healthy,
could spell trouble. Well, you know, he'll be for a little bit. So then that's when Tylan Wallace would step up. So either way, it's not bad. And I kind of think that's why they took an extra receiver, just thinking about the whole Sammy Watkins thing if it doesn't work out. So yeah. So after Baltimore, alphabetically is the Buffalo Bills, our favorite team, Spence. Not really. All right. So they started off with the first round. They took the second of 3 defensive ends from VU, Gregory Rousseau.
Yes, sir.
Followed that up. They went defensive end again in the second round. Carlos Basham Jr. from Wake Forest. Followed that up. Offensive tackle Spencer Brown from Northern Iowa. Then they went offensive tackle Tommy Doyle, Miami of Ohio, though. Wide receiver Marquez Stevenson in the 6th. Damar Hamlin, safety from Pittsburgh in the 6th. Rashad Wildgoose from Wisconsin, cornerback in the 6th.
That's right.
And then offensive guard Jack Anderson from Texas Tech.
All right. So my grade, it may seem like right now at the moment, I've been giving a lot of the teams these grade, but it's not the case. The Buffalo Bills, they got to be. I get it. They definitely went defensive heavy from what I heard. Running back. I guess they must believe in the running backs that they have currently. So that's why, again, I was going with a B. I wanted to give them a higher grade, but I was hoping for that running back to be selected. But they must believe in the running backs that they have on their current roster. So that's my grade.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a B minus. Once again, knowing them, especially since they're my rivals and all that, I really thought they was going to take one of the running backs. Really, that was really a case. But I do get why those other 2 picks are there. Both of their defensive ends were out for injuries for a long period of time, so they really was relying on the secondary and everything, which can do all as they can, but without the pressure, that can help, all the coverage and stuff. So I get it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll give him B minus, but I would give him B, but The only reason I wouldn't give him B plus because Spencer Brown actually, when he got drafted, actually jumped off the table. So I'll give him B minus for that.
Okay.
Yeah. They definitely needed some help opposite of Jerry Hughes, I'd say for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So it made sense that they went and got Greg Russo, and then they, just for depth purposes, they followed that up with Carlos Basham. So I like that. I'm feeling that. Only thing, like y'all said, who's your running back? Because you had Singletary and
Yeldon.
Africa.
No, not Yeldon.
No, that was the other one that they drafted last year. Singletary they drafted 2 years ago, and then they drafted somebody last year.
I
But
can't.
they're both
His
like
name
power
is
backs.
his name is on the tip of my tongue too.
Hold on, I got you.
But nonetheless, they brought in Matt Breida on top of that, which he didn't do anything for Miami last season. If you guys didn't see, so I don't know why you think that is gonna assist y'all. But
Zach Moss,
who Moss actually ended up taking the bulk of Singletary's carries last year, but between the two of them, they couldn't really get anything significant going when needed. So running back would have been something that they probably should have addressed. But I'll go the same. I say B minus overall. Like they're a team who really doesn't need too much. Like they are a contender. What's crazy is if you look at the NFL power rankings right now, they have them third, only second to the Bucks and the Chiefs. They have them third. So that's saying a lot. Like they didn't really need much. If they can find a running game on top of what they got, if Josh Allen takes another leap like he has, I don't know. The Bills might be an issue. Not gonna lie, especially the way that boy Diggs played last year. Yeah. But okay, off of them, I'm gonna go ahead real quick and go on to my favorite draft, probably spoiler of the whole draft. Honestly, I think they had probably the best draft, if not one of the best drafts. The Carolina Panthers started off with a bang. J.C. Horn, cornerback, South Carolina.
My favorite.
Did not expect this from them at all. There was some speculation would they still go quarterback, but I guess they're saying that they believe in Sam Darnold, which the Jets didn't. So I respect that. Boost that man confidence. They followed that up with Terrace Marshall Jr., the wide receiver from LSU.
I'm all right with that.
Then they came back with offensive tackle Brady Christensen from BYU. Their second pick in the third, another pick I like for them, Tommy Tremble, tight end from Notre Dame. I think that's going to be huge for them. Then, again, they followed up with another pick I like, which will help out here. Fourth round, they went Chuba Hubbard, running back, Oklahoma State. So as far as those issues you had last year with CMC going out, I know Mike Davis did he did a serviceable job and everything. He did what he could, but I feel like Chuba fits their scheme a lot better. Like you're not missing. He's not Christian McCaffrey, but it's not that. You get what I'm saying? Like stylistically, it's about the same thing. So I like that. Then they came back and went defensive tackle. Deion Nixon from Iowa in the fifth. Second pick in the fifth, they went cornerback Keith Taylor from Washington. Offensive guard Deontay Brown from Alabama in the sixth round. Shea Smith, wide receiver from South Carolina in the sixth round. Thomas Fletcher, long snapper from Alabama in the sixth round. And then again, defensive tackle Phil Hoskins from Kentucky in the seventh round. So I know you've been going first, but as far as the Panthers, I actually gave them boys an A.
Okay. Well, I actually gave them an A minus. Um, I love the first pick, J.C. Horn. It's my favorite corner in the draft. But the only thing, and that's why again, the only thing I'm not saying it's a big thing, but I was, and I know they from what I heard, they did get a pass rusher, right?
Let me go back through that real bit one time, but yeah, go ahead.
But that's what I felt like in the second round, they could have gotten a pass rusher that, because I felt like receiver wasn't like entirely a big need, but I do get the fact that they did lose Curtis Samuel this past off season. But I felt like the receivers in this draft class was pretty deep. They could have gone with the defensive end, in my opinion. That would have gave me an A+. But it's not a
Okay,
big
so
thing.
yeah, there wasn't. They did go D tackle, but that wasn't till the fifth.
Yeah, I felt like they needed a pass rusher. So that's why I gave them an A-. But hey, I mean, they
I
have
also get
Brian
it though.
Burns.
They're trying to you're trying to amend the man who was seeing ghosts. He didn't have anything to work with in New York, so
Yeah.
you go get him a running back, which they did that along with they always have CMC there, but they got a running back. He add another receiver. They went and got a hell of a tight end. They're
Hmm.
putting stuff around Sam Darnold.
Yep.
And if you think about it, they went damn near their whole draft last year was defensive.
Yep. All
So
of it.
now you're adding JC Horn to that. What's the kid Chin that they drafted last year who actually
Whew.
stepped up big last year? So and
Beast.
then some of those other players like Burns and everybody,
Yeah.
if they make you're expecting that they make a leap in the second year, I think their
Hmm.
defense will be just fine. But I get what you're saying. They could have used another pass rusher, but maybe
Yeah,
they like somebody that they got on the roster that they're feeling like
and that's
they're
fine.
gonna step up.
Yep, I agree. Spence.
I'm gonna give this an A too. I believe the J.C. Horn one was a surprising pick, but it was a good surprise pick.
Hmm.
It was a good way to, I guess, once again put in other pieces in the defense. The defense wasn't really struggling. I believe it was just new. I mean, most of it was all rookies,
Yeah, for
and
the
so
most part.
like yeah, so like now second year they're like, all right, we got the rookie rust out the way. Let's try to get the game together. So this is actually a defensive team that is actually building within itself. So I think this was a good step forward. Of course, with Sam Darnold and the Jets, he's seen go. So like Trey said, let's try to give him some things to hey, it's okay out there. It's nothing. It's nobody out there, just y'all. So
Oh, and
I,
then
I
another person, I'm sorry to cut you off, Spence, that wasn't mentioned. They an undrafted player that they signed that I liked was they took the linebacker Patty Fitcher as well, which I think
yeah.
that was a good the fact that he went undrafted to go ahead and add him to their linebacker depth, I think that's gonna help them as well. But yeah.